I spit on my teeth.
I can only. I just paid off my dentist bill from 3.5 years ago.
Needless to say, she's not allowed to eat sugar anymore.
So I'm not
All right,
drinking my beer right
so
now.
I bought my own.
it's been quite a few weeks, but basic catch-up is you guys
Oh, did you want one?
had a really good episode because I rolled really horribly. I literally only rolled like 5 or 6 times above a 10 that entire game.
Last time,
So you guys walked through a ambush, a big fight. You guys are at the tail end of the fight. You have a big over there and a couple orcs left. There's a bunch of bodies still. If you remember, this is Coneybury. If you guys wanted to go in and check out Coneybury, because you heard there was orc infestation going on over there. There wasn't much investigation of the town. You guys just kind of walked in and started fighting, and that is where we left off. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, so that because there was no way I kept initiative through 2 other one-shots at the time. So.
Hey, that's not too bad. Good.
Be a good night for me.
What's your
Literally in the middle.
share?
Oh, we're doing initiative
Plus 2.
rolls.
yes,
I'm like, even like falling and my dice is like, meh, I'll be in the middle.
You cannot reach your hand into my dice roll.
I almost had
Did you throw
rolled
away my
16 and then
good
it
D20?
bounced over.
John, do you have a sheet of paper as well?
There's something.
Belmere is 16.
I want it back when you're done, though.
Ooh.
They have my notes.
What?
It's rich.
It's rich.
After a
It's not prepared.
1 3/4 of it.
Whoa!
Did you get told no? I know it's
Yeah, that's difficult, isn't it?
Is it mine?
You should fight against it.
No. Whose is it?
Yes, mine.
Alright,
Slow down first.
let's see. Inarion. Initiative.
14.
16.
Shut up, Denny.
Belmere.
16.
16.
Let's see if he.
Brent. Ember.
He'll either push me away.
7.
7. Falco.
12.
12. Will.
15.
15. Here, Val.
She got.
Oh, I got 20.
How'd you get 20?
That's for initiative.
Whisper.
I rolled 16.
Okay, well, the huge org happened to.
Wait, will you read it out for me?
Spontaneous.
You listen.
Yeah, so it's gonna be org. Oh, I need to roll.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah, that was too much.
You mean the ogre?
Yeah.
Is Org his name?
Yeah.
Org?
Sorry. Ogre, yeah. Let's see. So the big guys first.
He is not prone.
Val is. Was he?
He was not prone.
That's right. Okay, that's why he's laying down.
Yeah.
I was like, I know he wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Oh, the bad guy.
No, I'm done.
So
Good
Val.
call, Andrew.
Val.
Ogre Val.
He's all done
Then
now?
the
Yeah, you
orcs.
pushed away.
Okay. A little bit's good.
Plural?
Then
Do you want it
Belmere. Then
Oh.
Not know what you want.
Phil.
I thought that was Val.
Inarion.
She's a
Whisper. Falco. Ember.
Dice. That's right.
What? Dice go off the back as you're done writing.
Dice.
Thank you.
That scared me.
Okay, so. He's.
Quick question before we start. Are we sticking with the stats? Or are we like long rest, short rest? I wrote down my old stats because of the 2 one-shots. So are we just sticking with what we should have been at?
Well, don't, when you level up, don't your things go.
You guys gonna be done with this? It's not gonna matter. I mean, this is gonna
None
be
of us
done in
were
like
hurt,
2
really,
minutes.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
We have
I'm
like
just
4
sticking with it because
spit out.
it's part of the end of the so anyway. So
That's
he's gonna
not-
stand up.
If you tell him to go bleh. and like stick your tongue out, he'll stick his out.
A what? A cat blip.
Stick your tongue out.
He is going to
Now my
take swing at Danny.
Woohoo! Hit me.
Baby, one more time.
18.
So, what's your AC?
Yeah, that fits you. Because you're 17.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant 18 hit points. I apologize.
We'll get in the
Welcome back to D.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna
I was
take
trying to half
everybody
18. I was like, so 9.
Welcome back to D&D.
John, were we starting with like a short rest or a long rest? Or anything?
No,
Why we're
she
mentioning
just
the word
said
D&D?
we're just-
I know.
Whatever
What
it's
about
at, whatever it's at, we're gonna go.
Hold on,
with
he
it.
was pro.
I'm
he
gonna
just
go.
uses
it.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the damage I would have taken
12.
because I
Bludgeoning.
So
I
6.
wrote my stuff down.
Yes,
Well,
even
yes.
after all the one shot.
You want?
Okay. So that is his turn.
Nothing but a scratch.
Okay, Val, you're up.
Okay.
Orcs are on deck.
Okay, sorry. Trying to reassess the situation.
Where are you?
I'm right there. Do we even have any enemies up on anything? We have
Yeah.
Or
him.
change it.
Okay.
Wait, that was also a bad guy, wasn't it?
Yes.
Still?
So 2 bad guys.
Is that also a bad guy?
Yes.
I did
Yes,
not
3 bad guys.
bring
So
my
is that a bad
spells
guy that's
down.
alive?
He's dead.
That's
He's dead.
we have 3 alive bad
3
guys.
alive bad guys. Okay.
1 tall one and 2 medium.
I think I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. Well, I'm gonna move forward just slightly. Actually, can you just move me 1 square forward so I'm like clear sight?
Oh,
And then.
are you looking up there? Are you wanting to at the camera?
Peeking around? Yes, I'm peeking.
Look at him
Peeking
posing in the
around,
camera.
and I'm gonna go to my actions.
No.
Okay.
it's not.
And the thing that I'm
Gonna
gonna
make
do.
it into a little song.
What are we doing? D6. Right? Oh my
For your
gosh.
little
Okay.
crossbow? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay.
No, those are mine. No, those are mine.
Oh wait, the little pad fell out
Plus
of it.
4?
Somewhere.
No.
No, we didn't.
We took it out.
Plus 7?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it's
Take it out. Make it less bouncy.
Yeah.
15.
15. 15 to
15
hit.
to hit.
The big
that
guy.
hits.
Okay.
Low AC.
And 6 damage. Plus 4. 10 damage.
You go, girl.
But that's a low AC.
Oh, I'm losing all my dice.
I feel like there's very little wiggle room in faces.
How much was it? 10?
10, yes. And then,
Roger.
Kara, can you
Did
move
you
me back?
spill more?
Square again? Okay.
I feel like
Well,
we're doing
done.
the same thing.
Okay, orcs are up. Belmir, you're on deck.
With,
Kenny.
with a couple.
Belmir is on
Second
deck.
time you spilled it. I'm
I
gonna
think
go
it's a
find.
sign.
There's a nice cup holder.
Well, that's why I was grabbing it. So I could put it like
Oh.
That sucks.
You have
I was
a
gonna shoot
shaper?
here. The archers need to you. 18 plus 2, 21. To hit.
Did you still have a bonus? Here.
I,
Did you put
I
your dice
did, but I
back
took
in?
away. That hit.
Did you
I
drop
took
your
that away
purple
for the
dice?
thing, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't have any spell slots
8
gone,
piercing.
so never mind.
What's your roll?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't have any spell slots gone, so I don't think I've done anything to you recently.
Remember we did the
Blue. You have to
the arena. That's what
Here.
you,
Blue.
the last time you did it.
Is there a main account?
Just
I don't know.
what's the spell that gives me a bump? Because you were done.
I have this one.
Amazing.
I have both blood drops. I don't know which one I would have done. Then we didn't write it down.
8 points or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this one here.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to find out, because she had given me a buff last time. I had a buff to my AC, and I think it, can't remember if it was 20 or 21.
You guys are gonna
Sign that
short
I
rest
should
here.
up and drink more soda.
I mean, long.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. So,
David.
10.
Denied dice.
10 slashing.
Ugh.
Okay.
Be mesmerized.
And that is the little orc's turn. So next is
Which is
That'd be
actually
me.
Belmir.
which is still would have hit, right?
So, quick question for you.
Come with the lid.
All it says is when I am in a frenzy, I can make a single melee weapon as a bonus.
Mhm.
How do I get into a frenzy?
You just call it out.
Okay, and I have nothing on frenzy. Is it light rage? Like does it last?
That's
I think on each of your turns. Let me look at. Let me
Is
pull
it
up
light
here.
rage?
It's under your features and traits. Let me read it out loud.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't find it in here.
It's under your features and traits. Should be.
So what I was trying to say is I had it in there before, but I changed
Frenzy.
it.
While raging, you can choose to frenzy.
Forgot to put
You
it
can
back.
make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns after this one. So I think you were already frenzied.
Yeah.
When your rage ends, you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a bonus action.
Okay, and then okay, so I want to attack Org,
Okay.
and I want to do a reckless attack,
Okay. Which gives you advantage.
which gives
And then everything else has advantage against you.
yes.
So roll, yeah. Do your advantage. So when you have advantage, roll 2 dice or something. Just
We'll just ignore that. That was a natural one. Okay, so no, that was a 7. So I got a 15.
that hits.
Okay, and then
Should be 12 or something.
9 damage,
Okay.
and then my frenzy attack.
Mm-hmm. Which doesn't have advantage, but it's a normal attack. That's your.
That hits.
Is that your d20?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that hits 12 plus 6 or 7.
Yep.
Good job. We're just a mess tonight.
Ooh. 15.
How do you want to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He finally kills a big daddy and he's like,
What the hell?
We're just getting started. You need
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
Alright, so as this big huge thing stands up in front of you again, challenging you, spittle coming everywhere, you're just like, bring it on! And he drops down.
Sweet. I cut.
You pound on your chest and
Just
roar
fell
back.
I mean, this is a creature that is
You
bigger than
hacked
you,
his arm
so,
off with his
yeah.
weapon.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so that guy's dead, Belmer's done, his turn is done, Phil, you're next.
Alright,
And Ariel, you're on deck.
so I'm going to, after this guy has attacked me, I'm going to rise to the challenge, and I'm going to flank around him to gain advantage on it. I'm going to use my sneak attack. So, what's up?
It wouldn't be sneak attack because he's already seen you. He's already hit you.
It's not a sneak attack. It's an
But you
ability.
don't have.
But someone else has to be next to him.
It's
One of your allies.
no. That's one of the possibilities, but it, also,
Oh,
it
wait,
just
you
says they don't. That's only. So if I have an ally there, that only means I don't need advantage to do it. But if I have advantage, like if I'm flanking him, then I can still do it.
But nobody else is. So what I'm saying is, this isn't a flank because nobody else is in melee with him.
So you can't just.
Yeah,
Be
we've
behind.
gone over this before, but just to
We've just
remind
gone
you.
back and forth on that.
Yeah, no. Someone else has to be in direct
Opposite.
opposite of to be a flank.
Howdy dirty doody.
Well,
Because then he would just follow you.
Yeah, theoretically, and in
I'm not grabbing you.
non-realistic, realistic
yeah.
game terms.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to just hit him with my hand axe. And that is plus 8. Yeah, 14. That's 24 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that hits.
Fine. If I miss,
Yeah.
let it occur.
And yeah, 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit him with my short sword.
Mom's kills. Yes.
And that is 13 to hit.
Just hits.
Oh, okay. And that is 8 points of slash
Do that.
stabbing damage. Okay, so after he hacks at me a couple times with his attack, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to hack him into the side with my hand axe and then shake him into the side of the neck with my short sword. Just kind of rip it out. So foamy blood comes spraying up because it's mixing with his breath.
Yeah. Like greenish, blackish blood.
And I'm just going to take my bloody sword and point it at the archer and indicate, you're next, buddy.
Okay. So is that all of your turn? You good?
20. First try.
I'm going to go ahead and use my movement, I guess. Can I? Well, what is required to get on top of the roof?
Just an athletics check.
Okay.
There's one more, put it in the bucket.
No, acrobatics check.
Acrobatics?
And a ladder.
So that's a 20. 19.
Details.
Yep, you get up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should put a ladder.
Takes an extra 5 feet.
Can you explain that, Simon?
Yeah, so that would be, that's exactly my movement.
It would be like
Perfect.
Mary
So that'd be
Poppins
there.
purse.
Alright, Marion, you're up.
Okay. I am going to move forward 1 square. We're gonna pretend like
Whisper, you're on it.
Not talking.
we're gonna pretend like I moved up 1 square.
I was talking about Simon's getting
Whisper.
into a building.
You're on
And
deck.
then why not? Yes. Just so I can see what I'm doing.
Anything around?
She
Um,
needs another piece.
I point at the guy on the
We
roof.
need the monkey.
Point at him.
Yes. And I
Point
go,
Ooh.
told the dead.
Yeah, what's the save?
So wisdom 15.
Oh, here. Put the dice in there.
Natural 18.
Oh,
As it
darn it. Okay.
So he looks back at you and goes, "Eh?"
And then I back up and I go back behind the building and I hide.
I thought there was a big hole in the side of that.
There is. He's standing in a
Okay.
But we were.
I have no good bonus action. My character sucks for bonus
Is
action.
that your turn?
Yeah.
Whisper, you're
And
up.
I go, oh well. Whoopsies.
I know that's right.
Falco, you're on deck.
It's fun pointing at people.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
Is anything around me alive?
The archer's the only thing.
Where's the archer?
Over in the corner.
Well,
I remember that building got blasted, so
How
you're
tall's
actually
the
on the
building?
ground.
May I open this root beer?
how tall is the? Yes,
Everyone's
you
on the
can.
ground. That will.
That is
Sideways.
so. If you remember, the wizard blasted a hole through
No,
this
I
building.
don't. But
So this is us. You're both on the ground.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I would have been able to get to right there.
Yep, there you go.
okay, so the archer's on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, I have plenty of movement, so can somebody put me up in his business
In his bees.
so that I can rip his throat out?
Thank
Would
you
you
for
like
not
to
blocking
flank
me.
him?
You'll have advantage because I'm there.
But is there? Oh, is
Well,
the,
and then
is
I
the whole
also
corner
have
out of the wall?
Pack tactics, yeah, so you can be
tactics,
anywhere.
So I get
Oh.
advantage anyways.
The whole corner right there.
But I mean, I'd love to take a chunk out of his ass.
They're pushing me. Alright, go ahead and roll
He's
with
so
that.
juicy.
That's a thing?
Okay, so
This
I'm
one?
trying to remember how to play. Yeah, it's the diffuser out here.
If you guys need a plug, just let me know.
Plus
You're
5.
the operable plug.
Nice.
Only on the two ends, yeah.
D6.
Oh, no, not more dice.
Okay, so I don't like
Here's all your dice.
16 to hit.
Yep.
Oh,
So
You
then
found the bucket behind you.
1, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm gonna tickle you.
8 points of biting his ass damage.
Nice. Well, you took some damage on that before, so he's dead. Okay, guys are in
He's
combat.
dead.
Yep.
Yes. Death
Or
by
Death by ass bite.
death by ass bite. I just
Do we have one
ripped
more
him
enemy?
These are
down.
orcs, right?
Really no.
Phil's gonna.
How you do that?
How do you want to do it?
I'm going to rip his ass cheek off
Which
with
is
his body.
a very dirty orc ass, by the way.
That's what I was thinking.
That is some extreme mud.
I mean, she's a wolf.
Okay, well in that case,
She's a wolf. They don't
I
care.
rip out, and then I instantly spit it out and go.
In his face.
That's actually pretty funny.
As he like rolls over dying, his own ass in his
His own ass lands on
Don't
his
hit me with my own ass.
The wolf walks away laughing.
kill of the week.
He half nice. He half bleeds to death, half suffocates from his ass
You
cheek.
just sat on him.
Choking on his own ass blood.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys are out of combat, you're in the middle of Coneyberry. There hasn't been any time to investigate anything. You have a whole bunch of dead bodies. All of a sudden, the wizard says, "Oh, I must go now." He looks at his
There's a wizard?
I throw my axe at him.
Oh, right.
He goes, "Where's the beer?" He goes, he disappears. You notice that,
Oh, I got me.
I think that was,
Oh, did we just
That
get
was
rid of
his
Jesse's character?
oh, okay, yeah. And you notice at his feet drops a little bag.
Oh yeah.
Where was he?
He was like way
He
over
was
here somewhere.
Right
Yeah.
there-ish.
Phil is going to immediately drop down and take out his dagger and start popping out orc tusks.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go see what was
Roll
in
a
the back.
survival check.
Survival. Okay.
John, I'm gonna go figure out what's in Jesse's bag.
Okay.
Whatever his name is.
15.
Yeah, you get.
Well, I don't know what his
You're able to
name
harvest
is.
all of the horse tusks you want from those guys.
So Falco's gonna walk over to what he thought was the head orc when they crashed that or came out of the building, and just to check to see if there's any leads.
The one
to,
around the.
I think it was this
His
guy.
name was Dick.
That guy.
Okay.
And
good.
just see
So
if there's
you-
any
No.
any more clues to why they're here in this town besides orcs, pillaging a town.
Where'd that go?
Okay. So Val, you went over and picked up the bag.
Yes.
There's no roll needed.
Okay.
Basically, this is my way of bringing in the one-shot items that you guys played for the
Oh,
one-shot.
that's funny.
So whatever the winners won in that one-shot was in that bag.
Oh, so I'm not keeping these.
So what is this one?
What's
Unfortunately,
that?
no.
What's this one shot?
There was
It was weekend.
The arena.
the arena at
Yeah.
Andrews.
So I'm going to, since I'm getting a tusk
And
from
each
each.
item had somebody's name.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm getting 2 tusks from each orc, so I'm gonna keep one and put it in my satchel and take the other one and shove it in his eye as a sign of disrespect and go through it and do systematically to each one.
Okay, so what would you like? You're investigating?
I just wanted, checking the
No.
corpse to see if there's any clues to why they're in this town as opposed to just random.
No, I told you no.
Okay, roll investigation.
So then it was one of those, like, one team had a.
Five.
Bummer.
5? Okay, you're able to find his weapon.
Okay.
Is it time
He
to
had
go?
obviously a battle axe and some
That's what you sound like with your tummy out.
let's see, Scammer.
Okay.
I can do that too.
You should put a Velcro piece on your
Kind of
wall.
rummage through the rest of the bodies just to see, but I'm assuming there's nothing else.
Yes.
That.
Find some kind
I'm gonna do the same on the orc bag.
I have it as
Haste and
Velcro.
sword.
Are we looting?
I'm gonna go over to the ogre and
No tantrums.
see what I can find. with him.
Okay, he just has a huge club made of
I
like
know I told you
tree.
no.
Okay.
A huge club.
Here, here.
Go,
David.
be free.
Go to David.
We talking
Go to
meat?
Mom.
Doesn't even he just had a huge, a big old club that he just
just
bashed
got
out
in
of
her
a
purse.
tree. You know, this is a large
He fell into
creature.
the bag of
There's nothing really valuable from him, unless you guys want to carry around a huge
Tree?
club.
How about this?
Yeah.
You paused again.
So the
It
rest
still
of
has branches on it.
the rest of the body, the little wooden ones, were all those wolf doggish things you guys remember?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So they each had bows. I think only 2 of them had melee weapons. So we'll say they each had a short bow, and 2 of them will have short swords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 8 short bows and 2 short swords.
I would like to skin that wolf.
Ooh.
And I rolled a 17
Roll a
plus.
survival.
It's a 21.
Okay. You have a wolf pelt, or it's not a wolf pelt. It's
A wart
a.
pelt.
Oh, good.
Man, why
I'm gonna grab that one so you can make my phone.
Forgetting it. You guys don't know what it is yet. Because
We'll bring it back.
Can
Well,
I-
hopefully
can I-
the acid
I'm
didn't
like-
kill your.
Can I do an investigation check to see what, or a history check to see
history
what it was?
check.
Ooh, what is my history?
Not good.
My history's +2.
Oh, good. I got a 2.
A 2? You don't remember hearing or seeing
What the
anything
hell
like
is this thing?
this. This is an ugly cross between a wolf and a dog.
Just kind of poke
I'm
you with your feet.
I'm gonna hold up the palette. Wait, does anybody recognize this?
It's like,
Who has a high history check?
I'm just gonna throw it in the cart,
Yeah.
bring it to town, and have someone else identify it for us.
Does anybody else want to look at it to see if you know what it is?
What is
It's
it?
+3.
Sharp.
there is also the big one that is still sitting there too.
Where?
Are we looking at the
Oh, that's right.
scroll?
I'm proficient in history. I was like, why is my history so
Oh.
good?
What is your
I'm a historian.
Skin goes-
You're a nerd.
Yeah.
Falco, Falco will go investigate the last body that we have there.
Okay.
So,
What is it?
A skin
investigation of 17.
creature.
17. Okay, he has. I'm trying to remember. I didn't pull him up because I forgot. Let's see. He was a melee. We'll say he has a great axe
Are you ready for bed yet?
and 50 gold on.
642.
I'm walking over to Ember and asking her if she recognizes this creature.
Okay.
You ever seen
Roll
anything
history.
like this? It almost looks like a wolf, but not
No, you
quite.
may not have that.
Well, nice.
Okay, let's bring it to me.
Dirty 20.
Okay, 30 20.
Dirty.
Why have we not said that before?
I will tell you as soon as I remember. I'm having a total brain fart. You know what I'm talking about?
DM failed his investigation check.
Offhand?
Was it a ward?
No, they're not
that's
wards.
not reward. Off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'll remember eventually and then I'll tell you.
I just see the others were kobolds.
Well,
What do you
well,
assume?
No.
Are you able to kind of re-describe
It's on the cup.
the town now that combat's over?
Yeah, absolutely. So this again, you came here hearing,
Bottle cap?
you came here hearing that this was a old abandoned town. It had been
Well, now that I
abandoned for a long
can lie down
time.
flat on my stomach.
And it looks very disheveled. It looks like it's been used.
Oh wait.
I see nothing. Is that
Roll an intelligence
Yeah,
check.
I could have
Okay.
sworn something went flying that way.
Oh,
Maybe.
check.
John, were there any bad guys with
Maybe it was
Ryder? There were 2
Well,
of them, right?
thanks.
Is the place of dark?
Yeah, but those got cleaned up with this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yay.
19 plus 3.
Oh, no. Okay.
My,
Very good.
my fur ball lost an arm.
No.
Still.
What?
Yeah,
he's
don't want to break
grabbing,
more.
he's gonna squeeze. So your intelligence check, you kind of wander around town
Yeah, I
and
mean, he just broke
Going
it.
to want to grab him.
you wander around town and just kind of everybody's kind of like skating and looting and you're just kind of like checking things out. Very naturally for you as a rogue, you just kind of hop up on a couple buildings, just kind of peeking out. And it seems to really look like this is, they use this area strategically as an ambush area. And they've been here for a while.
He has a phone.
It seems like several of the buildings are more used than others. And there's no signs of really a stash in any of these disheveled buildings.
So nobody's actually staying here, really.
They're definitely staying here.
But they're not like storing.
Nothing that you can see right now.
Okay. Are you able to?
You guys haven't really investigated the area. This was just a general like, what's going on here? Kind
Okay.
of check.
Can I do an investigation check for buildings that look
More used than
more
others.
interesting for use? Yeah.
I'll let 2 people do building investigations.
I will help her.
Okay.
And I just rolled a investigation.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Oh, that's Ryder. I was like, how did I get a +4 all of a sudden?
What is that?
That's not right.
Thing?
Wipes.
So I got a
Reusable wipe
16.
thing.
Yeah, I got an 11.
Yeah, he's like,
Okay,
I don't really
16.
care about anything right now.
Ironically enough, you happen to notice it seems to be a really burnt rug that is
Good job.
lazily thrown over a hatch.
Huh.
in one of the buildings.
Yeah, which one?
You know.
Hey, David, guess what?
Do we remember?
3 hours later.
How did we get this
3
information?
hours later.
I'm gonna poke my head out of the building and say, "Oi, you guys! I found a hatch down here. I don't know where it leads yet. Do you want to come look?"
Let's jump in.
I'll come.
I'll come.
I'll go.
I come out of that hatch.
I'm gonna pull the rug away. Kind of. Does the rug look?
Oh,
You said it was burnt.
I'm
right?
definitely
it's
gonna
fine,
put my
it's
character
like
over there
old
with you
stars,
guys.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm not missing an adventure.
Hey, you know
I don't
what?
know.
The people that aren't here can stay up here and
I'm gonna use this burnt rug
Yeah,
to
no,
kind
no.
of like clean the foul orc blood off of my weapons.
Look out.
Filthy creatures.
They could be watch it. What's it
Spit.
called when you manhole watch?
Trish, if you don't want
Yeah.
to have glass,
Molly
What's a
and
brooch?
like
or
Confined
Harley.
In a confined space entry watch.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's a
Alright, I'm gonna go down in the hatch and see what I see.
Lock it back in.
With my weapon, with my short sword drawn.
Proceeding stealthily, normal.
Ooh, I have a
I'm
passive
pretty
self.
worked up. I don't care about being stealthy right now.
Sounds good. So
wanna
I'm
roll.
gonna start and okay, I'll start. Then I'll let you go first.
I want to try. I want to try myself. Because that's one of the reasons why I have Mage Armor on, and I upped it. So
Nice.
can I go first and
Yeah.
try stealth?
That's up to you guys.
Okay, and what's your stealth? Plus.
modifier.
She's a rogue.
What?
It's not +4.
My stealth. Plus 10.
Oh, I thought mine was high.
Your stealth is +10 now?
Yeah.
Mine's
Mine's
plus-
I leveled up.
Mine's plus
Yeah.
8.
I'm so close to you. I'm +9.
What? Never mind. You go first, but do stealth then.
A demigod comes down and
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
my
trying to
stealth is
roleplay
so
this,
awful.
and after just fighting orcs,
I talked you down in a very calming
I jump
way.
over.
she only bought you 1 beer, and that was at the beginning of the campaign.
alright, only because you're so insistent, but I want blood.
I jump over everybody and cannonball down it.
Okay,
I'll stab you while you go.
okay, guys.
Sorry.
So I've got a 23.
23 for stealth?
Yeah.
Alright. You go down, you open up this hatch.
Tickle.
Amazingly, it doesn't squeak somehow.
Yes.
And these pretty rusty, old looking stairs going down. You're like, oh, I gotta take my time. And you manage to just get down to the bottom. Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. Oh, terrible.
What about passive perception?
I mean, I got a 12.
Oh, okay. You see you're in the dark. Do you have dark vision?
Yes, 60 feet.
Okay, 60 feet. So 60 feet down, you see
Good job.
there's a dark tunnel. This seems to be an underground tunnel under the city.
I'm at a
And
point.
you see it goes quite a ways.
If I go down with him, can I also roll for perception to help?
That's up to you guys.
So I'm assuming I'm the only one down there because I went just did the stealth roll. So I'm gonna come over to the opening and do the like be quiet motion and point at Val and Anarion and
Okay.
say,
This is you,
and
right?
gesture for them to come
Right.
with us.
Are you coming with?
Do we have
Because
to
I figure all
all
the
roll
people that are
stealth? I don't know
not
how it works.
here can be up
If
here.
you all want to get
Oh.
down, it would be a
Did
group
you want-
roll, so everybody rolls and then you take
Yeah, I mean, I
average.
can go.
Okay.
Did you want
Are you,
to?
you're not
Okay.
stealthy though.
Did you
That's
want
true.
to?
I am not stealthy.
I would
I
say
I think we're gonna stealth very long.
Or
I'm
I
pretty
can
stealthy.
guard the door, or I can stand at the top of the house in case I hear
How stealthy
battle.
yeah.
I can come
Good
down.
call,
So
good call.
Okay,
Well,
so
we'll
I'll
say
definitely
purple,
go
really.
and
How big is the
The
tunnel?
safe word.
How big is the tunnel?
So the tunnel is a humanoid size.
So it's like only one person at a time.
6, 7 foot.
Okay.
then
Oh,
you're
why?
plus 2 still.
It's a 4-ish.
Okay, so it's not like something that a whole bunch of us can go down there at the same time
Not-
anyway.
Okay.
Not
All
at
the
shoulder
turns I
broad,
am way
no.
too big for.
So I'm just gonna point at the stealthiest people I see with me.
Okay,
So
so-
Val and Arian.
Okay.
I'm coming.
I rolled a 13.
Was he there too?
I'm
I'm
coming.
staying up top.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay up top
We'll
and
we'll
listen
signal you guys
for
soon.
Okay.
listen for yells.
Okay, I'm lucky. I'm gonna re-roll that one.
So I got
Yes, I did read yours. It is on any roll.
20, 21,
Okay,
22 for
um,
stealth.
16.
Okay, so
22.
22. Okay, the 3 of you guys are tiptoeing, sneaking down through. It's
And my hood's up.
I'm gonna whisper over to Val like, hey, let's both check for traps as we're going.
yeah, check the trap.
And then what do you roll for traps?
Uh,
But it's only
Investigation.
it's only 2 of you. I think you guys have it higher than I do. Yeah, I'm plus 2.
Then you should roll that because I'm a -1.
Ooh, 15 for investigation.
15. There's no traps. There's evidence of an old trap that's been triggered.
David.
Okay.
Wipes.
I'm gonna take that old trap. Does it still look like it's usable?
Dave, you have your
Nope. Alright, so you guys continue down. Roll perception for me.
Ooh, damn.
I have great perception, by the way.
16.
24.
What's your
24?
perception?
Okay, so you guys go quite a ways. You're being very stealthy. You guys are
Mine's
hyped
plus
up after a battle, and you notice that this tunnel seems to go quite a ways and then take a little bit of a turn. But right before the bend,
I
there
didn't know that.
you can see up ahead are large metal gates on the right.
Are they locked?
They're locked.
I'm creeping like this, T-Rexing.
It's like a metal gate into a room. So it's got like holes in it. You can kind of see through it. You can't see through it yet. I'm just
Picking up.
trying to describe the type of gate.
Yeah.
It's like iron gated.
I so badly want to not be stealthy anymore and just be like, let me out! Start shaking it.
He gave you another.
I'm alright with it. I don't want to be stealthy anyway. I want to pick a fight.
He's like, I gave you one.
What are you guys doing?
Alright.
He's just trying
You
to
can try to pick the lock.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign a thieves' cant to her to go ahead and pick the lock.
Okay. I'm sorry. What skill do I use to pick a lock?
It's your
Proficiency
dexterity
bonus
plus
to
your
dex.
proficiency.
My what?
You roll
My
your
dex.
d20, add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency.
Whoa.
Dexterity.
He's rolling dice. That's awesome.
That's what he's been doing. Hey, no, you
11 plus my
David, no.
proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
14.
Give me some of that.
Yeah, so it's the root beer.
Definitely. Okay, so you sneak up in here. Again, this is a large, like, rounded topped metal gate. Looks really old, and you can tell it's been used. So you get your tools in there, and it's pretty easy lock to unlock. You open it up.
Cool.
It's like lockpick 101 for you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Good thing
Tink,
you leveled
tink,
that up,
tink.
Dave.
Open.
All right, guys. So what should we do now? Should we go a little bit farther and then just see what's going on?
I think we should go back and let them know and have them come down now.
Okay.
Personally, let's see what
So
Phil
you're
says.
standing in front of this door, and I told you it's got air pockets in, so you can see through. Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay.
I think we should go back. I'll stand guard on this gate to make sure that nothing comes out after us. Well, you guys go get the group.
10. Okay. You're standing in front of this thing, and you can see into it. This is a room. It's a storage room.
Okay.
Let's go
Okay.
back
You
to
see a whole bunch of
David.
stuff in there.
Pat, no.
Let's go.
I'm staying with you.
Yeah.
You guys,
I will go back.
Here.
You guys are
if y'all want
douchebags.
to go back and
You stay here.
tell her.
Yeah, go get help.
It doesn't look interesting at all.
And Arian, you want to go back and get
I'll
the group?
go back and go get them. Yeah.
I'm gonna stay here and help her guard the area so
Yep.
nobody sneaks up on
You're
us.
a fighter. That's important. You should stay with her just in case she gets attacked.
Thank you for being so considerate.
Yes, I'm so worried about your safety.
And they're gonna pass it.
Wouldn't know nothing to happen to our rogue now.
I don't want anything to I pat you on the head.
All right.
And then I skip down back to them.
to take notes.
No.
I skip.
That's
Uh,
why
so-
he threw the hissy fit.
And then
Speed
I
up
don't
a little
go
bit.
back up the steps. I just go.
Hey,
you guys, come down.
While she's gone, I'm gonna open the door slightly.
Phil sees you.
I'm just gonna peek my head in.
Yeah. Do you have dark vision?
I don't, so there's no light.
There's no light.
Okay.
I'm gonna look in after.
You have dark vision though.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
you tell me what you see? Cause I'm blind.
I got you.
Phil's like, I don't see anything. You should go back.
I don't see any treasure
I
chests
just,
at all.
I like hit him in the shin.
A little dagger poke.
Nope.
I don't know how long it takes to get
All right.
them.
So
how
you
far
see a
down.
whole bunch of armor, shields, things, goodies.
Do they look like they're in any decent quality? Okay.
So I now am getting those
So-
3.
I'm sorry. Will you describe the room? I was kind of distracted.
Okay, so you were standing in front of this big metal gate that she just unlocked.
Yep.
Swung, kind of creaked it open a little bit. You peeked your head in.
Good job.
It's a small enough room you can see all the walls,
Okay.
It looks like just a cellar storage room that's down there. It's you can kind of compare it to a bunker.
Okay.
Do I see in that room? Is there? I'm assuming there's nobody in there.
You don't see
Oh,
any.
no, this-
Roll
I was
perception.
gonna say.
You see a chest.
I asked if
Great.
Chris was in bed.
18.
Go
I
for
said
it.
if only
18? Alright, you can definitely tell that there are a few chests, you can see weapons, you can see shields, armor.
Good.
It's a goodie room.
All right, I'm going in, and I'm
You
just
can't
like
see anything.
swing the door open.
I haven't told you yet.
I'm gonna wedge the door closed. I'm gonna wedge the door closed with my foot.
With your crowbar.
A disco ball comes.
Hang on. Do I see any like any entrance points other than where we're at? Like,
No.
is there
All
nobody can
walls,
come in?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm just.
I'm gonna take my lantern out. and
At
I'm
this
gonna
point,
light it.
have we met
Yeah.
up with them again? Have they? Because I
Yeah,
want
sure.
to sneak up on him.
Yeah,
Can I do that?
Roll stealth.
Okay, so I've got my lantern out now, so I can see what's going on.
Falco went down. He also has a torch because he
So
gets the shit.
20 and like 5.
Yeah, you snuck up on
Okay, so I sneak up and I go.
Back it out!
him. You hear a little
I soiled the meat.
What did you guys find?
like I got you at the cow shop.
Oh yeah, so real life now. We ran into him at the comic shop, and
Technically, I
What
ran
is-
into you.
what is the likelihood that at one time we're there, John is, and he scared the crap out of us.
He comes bum rushing us right after I farted. So I looked around, the coast was clear, so I farted in that little aisle thinking, okay, nobody's around. And all of a sudden, somebody's there. They're about to crap my pants again.
We should probably move.
We should.
I was in a
go there.
hurry, so I was like, I'm just gonna go in. I know exactly where it's at. So I was like speed walking. I came around the corner. I saw both of them. I didn't even miss a step. I was like, double pace. But I saw the staff's eyes. They were like, he's in a hurry.
Oh, that's what happened,
I
guys.
sharted all over it.
So I'm gonna see all this like shiny armor and stuff in there. Now it's like
Yep.
glittering in my lantern light. I'm just like, all right, y'all.
Let's do this.
She's like slapping you.
What kind of armor is it?
Your party music starts.
Do you guys want to collect it, investigate it? What do you want to do?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna
let's
collect it.
start loading up the cart because this will pay off our debt back in the town and then some.
Ah, you
Oh,
and
right.
your
We have I forgot about
nice,
the debt.
logical,
7:15.
blah blah blah.
All right, so right now
At least somebody.
you've got 3 shields. Yeah.
Is someone rating this?
Oh,
Down?
yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm like, I will if I have to.
So 3 shields,
Slow.
That's so kind of you.
2 breastplates.
Are these just iron shields? Just steel?
Let's get through the list and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
3 studded leather. 4 short swords. 3 longbows. 3 large rubies. 400 gold
Nice.
and 25 platinum.
Oh damn!
I mean, the
What?
platinum's mine, obviously.
So you guys,
Look at her face.
you
I
guys
need to
obviously
make
have a
rings.
clue that they've been
Platinum
raiding
rings.
and collecting, and this is an ambush spot.
Okay, got it.
David.
Because if you guys remember, Coneyberry was in the middle of the main road headed east, so they're just using this as a trap.
No.
We're on the way to Wyvern.
Those are choking hazards.
So Wyvern Tor is south of Coneyberry, so that was another thing I guess. As you investigated the town, I forgot to add that
Yeah.
you saw a bigger road going.
Is it drawn on here?
So there's one north and south.
North and south.
I'm trying to remember which one.
This way.
Give me 2 seconds. Here.
Towards us and towards you.
North.
Yep.
And
The smaller one is headed north. The
You don't.
larger one is headed south. I'll have 2 of you roll perception for me.
What is my perception?
Am I with
I've
this?
got
Plus
a.
Yeah.
7.
mine's
I have a
+2.
plus
I
8.
think
for
mine's plus
perception.
8.
Yeah, somebody else rolled it.
Well, are you
Yeah.
down with us, or wait, is it up here?
Well, I don't know what's going on right now.
She's kind of long, so we'll yeah. It's just,
Uh,
as we're
mine's plus
unloading all this
7.
stuff, because I think that's where we're at is unloading this up and we'll put it in the cart.
Okay, whoever is highest then, mine's plus 7.
Yeah, so I would say.
You?
Let's go.
We're tied.
Or is more than one person rolling?
Yeah, 2 of us.
17
I
plus
usually
8.
roll better than you. Wait, should we roll?
I just rolled it as I forgot.
Huh?
So we're going for yours.
Mine was 17 plus 8.
Okay, so the
We're still
wolf,
better
while
than
all this is going on, the wolf is doing a round on the town,
No offense.
checking things out.
Can I?
So you notice,
I steal you.
so you notice, the smaller trail that seems to head north towards the woods. The orcs have sprayed a sign and kind of hammered it down. You can tell it's in their poor handwriting, and they have, yeah. And on the sign it says witch.
Okay.
And north is a
In
larger
Orcish or in
trail.
common?
What's that?
In Orcish? Or in common?
Either. Well,
Okay.
whatever. So,
Gobbledygook and then
yeah.
parentheses. In
it's
common.
like barely even legible.
for us.
So south, you happen to notice just barely through a clearing, you can see a building on the top of a hill. And that is what you guys see on this area.
Oh, we're back out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm just
We collected everything.
Skip forward.
We loaded up the cart.
my turn.
Yeah. Now we're out
No.
here deciding if we're gonna go north or south. It sounds like.
No tantrum.
I only understood the witch part going north. I don't know about south still. Sorry.
So south is a larger trail, and
That,
she
okay.
was able to really hard, able to see barely through the woods. It's at the so Coneyberry is at the kind of like the base of a hill. The hill is south,
Okay.
and at the top of the hill, she
Yep.
could barely make out a building. And you guys remember, just to help you guys out, that Wyvern Shore was south of Coneyberry.
I think
Sorry, I'm picturing the map now. Northeast, south, and where's there?
Here.
Yeah.
To help you.
I'm gonna look at it. I'll look at the group and gesture at that building. I'll bet there's orcs in there.
Alright.
I was stabbing your face
Yeah.
with it.
Where are we now on the map?
We are Coneyberry here.
We are actually in Conbury. Okay.
We're way at the top.
Which is the oh, 'cause it's a ruined
John and
town,
Hannah's
right?
fight.
Okay.
He loves to spoon fight.
What happens
I
if we
think
go
he
north?
just likes to spoon.
He's a little podling.
I don't know if we do though. I mean,
He's a dark crystal.
Oh, he's a pod
So
baby.
you
Start
can
mapping.
tell
He's a
north
Dublin.
north leads to the woods, and there's that sign.
Which?
Which?
so I'm trying to decide if that's like legit should keep us out or exciting we should go after.
What kind of witch?
Yeah.
Which
You know,
witch?
you know the orcs are calling
A witch
a
witch?
witch, but you don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a witch. That's my wife.
Well,
Mother.
I think I would like to go see what's in that building up there, down the south.
Do we need to take a
I'm
rest?
gonna lick the plate.
Does
I'm
anybody
good.
need a rest?
I'm at half health.
How long have we, are we
I'm
gonna be
just-
hitting
I took two
exhaustion
pretty
or
good
anything,
hits.
John?
Oh.
Technically, Belmere is exhausted now.
Well, in that case,
I have
let me
1
heal.
point of exhaustion.
Wait,
One
let's do a
level
long
of
rest.
exhaustion. Yes.
Oh, we should. What time is it?
So start of this battle was like midday, so you guys are entering evening.
Oh, okay. You guys
So-
can rest. I was gonna heal people otherwise, but I can just whatever.
Make camp in town.
Which building looks the most defensible, like in
Yeah.
best condition?
It was that one
That we
they
blew
came out
up?
of.
Have we
So the second
investigated?
best one would
So
be
we don't have a front
that
wall.
one or this one.
We still have 3
One
walls.
with one entrance.
Let's go in.
No, this one or this one.
Have we investigated all of the buildings?
By now you guys have.
Okay.
And they're all, like I said, most of them are destructible, ruined, but yeah, go ahead.
I would like to suggest that we go into that loot room. It's very
Oh.
easily
Oh
defended,
yeah.
and
We
we've
can
only
lock
got
the
one
door.
point of entry. We can defend that easily
We
enough.
can even cover it to make it not even
The
seem
loot
like-
room wasn't big enough for all of you to like hunker down in. It was more of just like
I'll
a
sleep in the hall.
Yeah, we
cellar.
can still down,
Okay.
down there. Yeah.
But we'll at least go into the building.
Good.
That way we can retreat downstairs if we needed to.
Yes.
And pin ourselves,
Is
You
the
know,
only
death
entrance in
chamber?
that
Who can
tunnel
teleport?
thing you were talking about?
right? Like, I do not. I'm not a mountain dwarf.
What?
I don't have to be underground.
You're still a dwarf.
Shit. I'll just dig my own tunnel out very quickly.
Why are
I don't look at something anyways.
What are you guys doing?
So we're gonna set up camp in that building and try and
You guys short resting or long resting?
long resting for Belmont.
Yeah, and plus
And
it's
it's
gonna be
nighttime
nighttime.
anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I was, yeah,
I
and
had
I
an
was.
idea, but
So are we
I
in the
revert
cellar?
back. I'm back into furball anyway.
So I'm not gonna do anything for long resting.
We're long resting.
Okay. You guys want a long
I ain't
rest?
touching you guys. Then.
Yeah.
Alright,
Sorry,
that's what
David.
Camp for the
you
night.
said everything while you're long resting?
Well, if you think about it like this, you can't lose anything by
How about we
healing
go
us,
get you
but if
ready
we
for
get
bed?
interrupted, we'll be healed.
True. And I only need a short rest. Okay. Well, maybe I will touch you then.
Yes, please.
Doesn't
Okay, who needs to be touched?
Sexual
I know Cyrus needs to be touched.
He is touched
You're
in the
gonna be touched
head.
so bad.
Maybe we'll come back to keep it in your pants.
Yeah.
May
Too late.
applicable? I don't know.
That's not how we
So
heal here.
one of us needs to be the head of HR to have sexual harassment seminars for this group.
Nah.
Is it sexual harassment if it's consensual?
If I have to see it, it is.
Everybody else feels attacked by what?
It is not consensual
Another nut
for my
20.
eyes.
You have all your health, right?
Yes.
Y'all, this is a small room.
After a long rest, everything will be filled, so.
Yeah, we were more worried about if we got interrupted, so.
So you guys long resting? What do you guys?
We are long resting. We're attempting to long rest.
How about
Who has
we
the
try long rest and we can
bag
put
of
it away.
codeine?
That's the
Well,
what?
Charlie
Technically
does, but we're trying
Where's
to.
the what box?
Oh, bag of
She's
codeine.
here. I mean,
And did we sell every single gem that we had?
You guys
for
had like 6
money?
gold.
Yeah.
But we just got some
I
rubies.
thought we just had 400.
What are you thinking?
She's trying to make some jewelry.
What are you thinking, Ember?
I have a whole jeweler's kit and a traveling anvil, and I'm not doing anything with it. I need to make some stuff to sell. Which
Okay.
we might have to talk about the mechanics of that because I'm doing a little reading, but there's like
David.
different amount of days for crafting different things, and
Yep.
if I can take like metal that we find and jewels that we find and start like making rings
you wanna
and
read a
stuff
book?
that we can sell for a higher value,
Let's see
then
if
literally
someone's
like
here
as
for
we're
a
going
moment.
along and resting different places, I can like start
This is
making us
Mama's.
like
No, no, no.
And you could do
I mean,
like the
it's
jewelry
part of my
stuff, and I
craft,
can.
so I'm like,
Do you
I'm
wanna read a
thinking I
book?
should probably have been doing this all along anyway, because I'm a
I
jeweler.
think I'm sitting
But
on a book.
So
Now
what
that
do
I'm
you
actually thinking about it, we might have to actually
Let's
talk
try
about
reading
like
a
the
book.
mechanics of how it works, and then settle down.
Yeah.
It's
We can
probably
talk about
something.
In Mother.
It's probably
We won't
because
do
it's
it
like on here, at least what I'm doing, it's like 4 days to make a common item, 20 days to
Yep.
make uncommon, etc.
Next page.
So
And
if
then-
we end up in the future that you want to do that, we can just say that you spend
Have
2
a-
hours.
Can't think of how to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, and then it would
I
be
should
like a
have
few
learned that
hours
in
every day,
Spanish.
like when we rest, I would like work on my jewels, and then my family.
Quiero
does.
hablar más porque
But and then that way I can like
Ella
level it up or
es
whatever. But I'd have to actually research the mechanics of how it
fuerte.
works. Sorry.
Yep.
But once I make pretty
Alright,
things for all
so
people in
anybody else do anything? What are you guys doing?
I don't
Would
think
you like
we
a
really
jewel
can do
across the
anything
iPad?
for long
I
resting.
can
Okay.
sneak off and
So
go look
is
at
there,
the
are
witch
you
side.
all sleeping or what's that?
I said I could go sneak off into the woods and go check on this witch.
All done.
That's up to you.
By yourself
But I got a stealth plus 10, man.
instead of
You wanna do
resting.
it? Do it.
But
Sweetie, let's go
I
upstairs.
don't want to be exhausted though,
Come on.
too. The question is what's up on the hill? Because if tomorrow is gonna be, how would I spend 2 hours? No, I'll spend an hour and just like take a little stroll
Okay.
towards.
So just go that way and check it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I just kind of like slink off when
Yeah.
people are starting to rest. And
Are you
I'm
not
stealth.
wanting her to know you followed her? Okay. Stealth.
So okay. So
you
how
roll
is she gonna
stealth.
follow me if I'm like really slowly?
Opposed to.
That was
Yeah.
a natural 20. So
You lost her.
So
plus 10.
So
I
you,
was like, I heard branches
So I-
cracking.
so you obviously, I said there's an obvious visual path.
Yeah.
So you go down the path very stealthily,
Yeah.
but she probably. What's your?
I got
What did you roll?
17.
Okay, so we'll just say that you noticed she's gone,
Okay.
and if
If
you
that
want.
was your stealth roll, which you need a roll for perception, I think he's asking.
Oh,
no,
you-
no,
oh,
no,
no?
Just, I
Just
mean,
stealth?
she's deciding to go that direction, right? Or are you, what?
I just wanted to follow her because
Okay, so we'll say you're back.
I'm awake. Why not?
You're back a ways. You lost her,
Okay.
but you can kind of guess that she's heading this direction.
Okay.
It's
Well,
the best way I'll play it out.
I'll go like 100 feet in that direction and see if I find her again. If I don't, I'll turn around.
Okay, alright, so you're heading down this path.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna spend more
The
than
leaves
an hour
don't
doing
even
this,
know you're there.
So,
So once I get to like 100 feet, I'm gonna look for like tracks or like broken
Mhm.
twigs or whatever. Should I roll again at that point, see if I know where she went, or did I lose her? Because
Go
she
ahead
rolled a
and-
20.
Go ahead and roll investigation then.
Okay.
I'll do this real quick and then. Sorry, yes. Survival
Oh,
would be.
survival.
Yep.
Ooh, that's better. 17.
Or 17.
I have to use my fingers to count. 4, 5, yeah, 17.
Alright, so you are definitely able to. She has a natural.
But she rolled a
20
natural
stealth.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she never claimed that she was hiding her tracks. That just means that you can't see where she. You can't see her, but you can see evidence of her still. Right?
I'll say that you are able to know that she's heading this way.
I went screw
You're being,
it, and
you're
I
being
skipped back.
extremely quiet and stealthing.
Yeah.
Well, it's worth a try.
It was worth a try. I went back to camp.
Alright, so you head down the path. Roll me perception.
okay. Alright. Okay. 18.
18. Okay, you
I think it's
notice
tracked by a butterfly.
it looks like a bunch. It looks like a wad of tree limbs that are coming together, and like a little wooden door. It almost looks like a little naturally woven together dome,
Yeah.
just out of branches and tree
She
limbs,
kept going and turned around.
and then a
Okay.
door in it.
Okay. Are there any other openings that I can see? No.
Enter if you dare.
You think I don't?
I light it on
The problem is that if it's actually a witch, if I get close, I might trigger some sort of
You almost
What do
had
you like?
backup,
What do you
but you rolled too high.
arcana, like, trap thing. I'm gonna check for signs of magic.
Arcane.
Yeah, an arcane check. Arcana.
She's a fake witch.
10.
10.
Oh boy. Gonna get burned.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna go, like, I'm just gonna go back. But,
There seems to be magical aura about it. You just don't know what type. You don't know how strong.
man, tempting. Middle of the night.
What would the rogue like to do?
Come on, Rogue.
I want to go inside, but I don't think that's smart. So, I think I'm just gonna go back and, because I still need to rest. So, and I don't want to spend more than an hour doing this. So I'm gonna go back.
You're heading back?
Yeah.
Okay, as you're heading back, you bump into an Arian on the path.
What are you doing here?
I wasn't there.
I wasn't either. Curiosity killed the cat.
I'm
There's,
glad it didn't kill you.
yeah, there's some sort of magical hut down this road, but I didn't want to go inside.
Well, you obviously didn't die. Oh my gosh. This thing is like on fire. Sorry.
I warmed my dice.
Okay.
Well, I
guys
think we
doing?
should sleep and then grab a few more people and go and get the witch.
We don't know if it's a good or a bad witch.
Well, when I say get, I just mean like either kill or see.
Those are the two options.
Yeah. It does not mean like
The order is optional.
yeah.
Okay.
We can just watch with our eyes or kill.
Okay, well let's go back.
Okay, so you guys head back to the bunker.
Yes, and I'm gonna
Storage
sleep.
room. Everybody rests, does a long rest.
Phil's sleep apnea is kicking in real bad tonight.
Oh, so bad. Good thing I only have to meditate.
That was a long one. Stop breathing for like 10
Phil
seconds.
gets a long rest, everybody else gets a 1 hour rest. It's like echoing in the tunnel.
Choke myself awake a couple times.
I will.
Yeah.
So we're terrain-wise, we're surrounded by forest.
Yeah, it's
We're
very
in a
foresty
forested
area,
area.
and there's a hill rising to the south, woods to the north.
Yeah, the map shows it very foresty, marshy all around us. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys
Or is
fully
it
rest,
hills? It's
gonna
hills.
reset. You guys wake up in the morning. Not really any sounds, obviously down in the tunnel. Very
Alright.
dark.
Where are the birds? Oh wait.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
Tell them about the leech.
So May had like snuck off last night to go check out.
I was
the
sleepwalking,
witch, 'cause
and I all of a
was
sudden woke
really
up.
curious, and I just wanted to figure out what was gonna happen. But I didn't go in. There's like a witch hut, and
I didn't die, so don't worry.
but there is definitely something magical about the hut. But I'm not very good at figuring that stuff out, so I might need some help.
I just went for a nature walk.
I want to know if it's a good or a bad witch.
Nature walk. Who wants to go get the witch?
Well, if the orcs were warning of her, maybe she could be an ally for us.
Who knows?
Enemy
Maybe
of
the
my
witch
enemy?
isn't even there anymore. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's
Enemy of my enemy kind of deal.
maybe it'll tell us some more information about the orcs. Good work. Wake up, Elmer.
What would you guys like to do?
Maybe. Well, it's just.
I'm for let's see. Ryder, Azazel, Bryn, you stay here, watch the cart. And our loot. And perhaps the rest of us, let's go investigate a witch hollow.
And guys, we don't know if it's a good or bad witch, so don't go like murder hoboing.
Just tell him that.
I'm just like.
Are there
looking
trees
longingly.
that go over it?
It so the way that it was looking is it looked like the trees had been woven in such a way to grow. the
Right, but
house,
is there trees over it?
like on like
A canopy?
Like a
Yes. It's in the woods and made of the woods.
You should climb up the trees.
Oh, I think I'm just gonna knock on the door.
Maybe she's a good witch.
What?
How do you know she's a witch?
She dresses like a witch.
Oh wait, we did a lot.
What you guys do?
Does she float?
Are we there?
Well, not yet.
No,
I think
we
we're still in
haven't
town. We're still kind
Yeah.
No, we have not gone to
Phil's
her
just looking longingly at the other house, like, what the frickin' orcs
of.
there?
We'll get there, buddy. We'll get there.
I
Maybe a good thing or bad
know.
thing. We'll get there.
I'm just like nervously rubbing my new tooth.
Killing orcs is easy. So far. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Who of us is good at like magic, arcana detection or anything?
At least two
not
of you.
I can detect evil.
Okay.
Ah, that's a good thought.
What about whisper?
Hmm.
I can detect her.
No.
Just really
It's
good.
definitely what
Works every time.
Azazel.
Yeah, but he's watching the cart.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
I would say the smartest thing to do at least would be to check out to see if you get any pings of evil.
Right.
Yeah, oh right, you can do
At
that.
least, at least say that.
Yes, let's do that.
Get some water sticks.
Yeah. We're witches. We're witches.
How do we know she's a witch? What else floats?
Alright, what
Very
you guys
small pebbles.
I guess let's.
Are you able to make holy water? Either one of you.
So do we have any references to this witch?
I don't know if
No.
we have
Other than a
Signs.
access
sign.
to that.
No.
right
Over
now.
the road sign.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay, whenever
So
we have a cleric, now I think of that.
let's head out.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
You grab the
Elmer in the
kerosene.
back because
I'll
he
grab the
likes to
matches.
smash things.
What are you guys doing?
Sit. Stay.
I don't think I have it.
I'm gonna force him to give me a piggyback so it ties up his hands.
Alright, so you
That's
guys
easy,
make
because
your
the
way
matches
through the woods.
Yeah.
It's not far, again. You approach.
Are we stealthy?
Did you cast your spell?
Why would
I think we're just walking because it's too many of us.
Casual.
Plus, stealthing kind
And
of
it's the
looks
middle of
not
the day,
good
like-
if we think that she might be an ally.
Yeah.
It
As soon
looks
as we-
sneaky.
Probably put her on the wrong
As
foot
soon
if
as
we
I
go stealthing.
see the tree, the growth, the house, yeah, I'll cast Divine Sense and see if I can detect any Hallow spell or celestial
I
fiend,
might
undead,
also detect it
yeah,
more
with it
than
just
I
around me.
Read it again.
I can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within.
Okay, location of. Okay.
Paper and water.
You can detect
So it's
good
not quite
and evil.
Not, yeah. You can detect good and evil.
Pink is different colors.
All right. So as you approach, you know about the distance that you can cast this. Again, I'll describe. It looks like a little hut that is. The trees are kind of like naturally woven and grown together. It wasn't like hand woven. It wasn't forced into this. It's almost like they grew that way.
So it's either it's been here a while.
Sounds
Yes,
like an
yes.
elf thing.
The pain you get from it, you kind of get a sense of a warmness, of comfort, positivity.
Well, I'm not detecting anything evil, guys, and actually, sensing,
Home.
it feels kind of homey. I mean, it feels like a shelter.
Phil's gonna sniff the air for apple pie.
You know, Phil.
Is there an oven in there?
That's how she found
got
some
it.
good little boys like
I'm-
you.
I got a 22.
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
Okay, you go up and knock
Yeah.
on the door.
Do we smell?
As you do that, I'm gonna pour kerosene on the
You don't have kerosene.
board. Just in case.
The
I
door
gave him my
just kinda
water flask
rattles
until
a
it
little
was
bit
kerosene.
because
How did I not
it's
read
an
this
old door. It's a little loose, so as you knock on it, it just kind of goes. But there's no answer.
Hello? Is anybody there? Like, I don't think that you're a bad person, and all the orcs are dead, or whatever those things were.
Hurry up and go
Things.
inside. I'm lighting the matches.
Hello?
No.
No answer?
Do you want me to like put a word or something down?
Oh, okay. I'm
Can
gonna
anyone
just
say hello in another language?
Oh, I can
I'm
say it
gonna-
in Elvish. I say hello in Elvish.
I say hello in Dwarven.
You guys are just kind of like hollering hello in all the languages that you know.
Who's getting hurt?
You hear an owl in the back. Woo!
I turn to
Offended.
Belmir, before you like that, go knock on the door.
There's no response.
Okay. Can I go and try to open the door?
Yeah.
Okay, I open the door.
It's unlocked. It's like a wooden hand. There's no metal on this. It's all fashioned out of wood. It opens up into a little open room, and some stairs go down. Actually, not an open room. Some stairs go down, and it's kind of like this. What you would kind of envision an Indian teepee made out of branches and brush, and then just some stairs down.
We obviously go down the stairs.
Yeah, I'll holler down the stairs and be like, "Hello, is anybody there?"
You kind of hear a little bit of an echo.
So we're in a mud room.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Is there
throw
any-
down some pieces of bacon as a peace offering.
Because
It's
that's
peace
what
bacon.
that's what witches eat.
It's a little squirrel bound by.
So,
Like a
so
little
we
bastard.
go in. Because we go in. We're kind of taking a look around. What else? I mean, do we see anything of notice or anything
So there's not.
identifiable in the room, or something
It's
stands out?
there's no furniture. There's no. It's not like a living quarter
Oh,
kind of thing.
okay. So it's just a
Almost
Yeah,
like
it's
a
just
really
a
a hub.
room. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
And is there any light?
no,
Okay, so
Is it dark?
I pull out my torch, light it, and start.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about the kerosene. And I start walking down.
Filling area nights himself on fire.
Yeah.
Because none of you have night vision, right?
I do.
He does.
Oh, you do? Maybe you should go.
I don't have any
Yeah.
vision. I have
Yeah,
no
both
dark
of us
vision.
have.
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
have dark vision too. Yeah.
I'm gonna follow whoever's got dark vision.
There you go.
We're up.
Oh,
Okay, we're coming down. I don't know if you can. If there's anybody here.
Dark
I'm
vision
gonna keep
is
my-
We're not
it
being
60
quiet and
feet?
stealthy.
Yeah.
No.
no, we're not gonna stealth because that would look.
You guys heading down the stairs?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep
we're
my
not-
hands up like
Should I do the?
I'm not anywhere near my weapons.
We're not
Trying to be as clear as
stealthing.
possible that I'm
Yeah.
not
Go
hostile.
ahead and pull this map up. I'll be right back.
Because those guys go ahead, we should. Danny, we should come behind with torches because we can see. So
Yeah.
once they're kind of ahead of us,
All right.
He was too gentle.
We found the ocean.
Are
You
we
just-
saving this?
No.
Okay. We're gonna try and roll it up.
But.
Don't destroy it, but you know, get rid of it.
Alright, so as you guys go down the stairs, you come to an opening. It's like a basement. It's dug out, but also braced walls, so that's not gonna collapse or whatever. You see a door in the middle of the room. You see a like a fire basin in front of the door, and you see fire basins in all the corners.
Is my
I'll see.
how long does that last? Hang on.
Who was going down first?
Light the
Belmir, try
fire.
and light the fire basin.
Yeah.
He was.
I have my torch out.
Yeah. Can you guys light those up so we can see better?
No, the torches are lit.
Oh, they already lit?
No, there's no light.
Our torches are.
Yeah,
We
but
can
can you
go-
light those?
I try to light
Do I
the
s-
basin in the middle.
Since I'm falling behind them, do I still detect no evil?
No, you were.
Okay, so then yeah, let's go.
Yeah, because it's
There's-
like 10 minutes for you or something.
Yeah.
No, you still just have that warm.
Do we
Can
have
I
any
just
way
light
to-
them all?
Are you coming?
Do we have any way to check for any kind of magical presence? Just in case you set traps that should get about that. Maybe.
I don't
Yeah,
think
hopefully
I
we'll
have
learn.
detect magic prepared for today.
Bollocks!
Let me check.
So I light all
What are
the
you
torches.
looking
Okay.
for? Gio?
Detect
All the
magic.
torches are now lit.
Ooh, do I?
There are
Too late.
a whole bunch. There's
Okay.
what 8 of you in here right now.
Yeah.
And there's just it's a dance of shadows and light all over this square, this downstairs area.
So this door, is it just a door?
It's just a door.
So we can walk all the way around the
Yep.
door, but it's just.
See, that's how I pictured it. I thought it was.
Oh
funny.
hell yeah, this thing's gonna teleport us somewhere.
It's a portal.
Oh, I was like an interdimensional door.
We're gonna walk through and we're gonna be in a bathroom or something.
Did we light this? Is that a. Is that
He,
a.
that's
he
part
said
of
he
the-
lit everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in a fully lit room.
Mhm.
Okay.
So there are now shadows of the door. There's shadows of the people. Obviously, I don't know where you guys are, but wherever you are, there's counteractive shadows all over the place. There's
Yeah, put us on that.
Do I notice if any of the shadows are moving, let's say, opposite of any of us?
I have a lot of saver
like
bullets.
reverse shadows.
No, like
like
somebody's
not
actually
synced
there.
up
Something,
with
yeah, something
us.
isn't synced up with.
Roll perception.
Anything looking
That won't help
hinky.
us.
4.
Okay, everything seems to be following natural law.
I'm going to approach the door and try and see if I can find anything. See if I can find anything
That's not enough.
unusual about it, or like, just gonna investigate, see what I can find.
Roll investigation.
11.
Okay, it just looks like an old door with a little bit of inscription on the top of it.
what language?
Roll investigation.
Can I read it?
What language do you know?
Dwarvish and Thieves' Cant.
A 6. So 21. What languages do I speak? I speak Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Halfling.
Okay, you recognize this. This is Elvish glyphs,
Okay.
Knew it.
and you can read it. So
Yeah.
What does that say?
If it's an Elvish, yeah.
What is this beautiful gibberish?
trying to find
I'll
where
do
it's
it.
at.
I'm just like standing back there going hee hee.
I don't speak elf.
It's an inside joke. It's
Yeah.
Oh,
Bella.
so
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
so it says, "May the light be with you and guide you." In Elvish.
Jesus was here.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Huh. Okay. It
Anybody
well.
have any light spells?
Lord, your Lord and Savior.
I try the door and I try to open it.
Okay, it's unlocked.
Okay. So I crack it.
Okay, you peek through and you see through the other side of the door,
Okay.
to
I'm
the
gonna
other side of the room.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stick my
So
hand
it's
in
not
it.
activated. Basically,
I'm
it's
gonna
just a
That
door.
depends on your definition
I'm
of
gonna
activity.
stick my hand through the opening.
Okay, you stick your hand through the opening and hand wheels around.
I walk around. Yep.
Give yourself a high five.
Well,
Well, that didn't work.
considering that it's an Elvish, maybe you have to be an elf for it to work.
Try it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Don't die.
I say it in Elvish. I speak the words
Okay.
that it says in Elvish, does anything happen? No.
What's the word for light in Elvish?
Light though.
Lit.
I don't know.
Maybe it needs some sort of
Illuminati.
fire.
It'd be,
Try,
it'd
try
there-
saying
it'd
try
be
saying
loose.
light in Elvish.
Light in Elvish. I say light in Elvish.
Please tell me how that sounds.
Yeah, I don't.
Luso.
You know.
It's very
You
throaty.
know.
What? No.
That's
Dwarven.
Elvish to me.
Oh, right.
Very unelegant.
Luso.
Nothing happens when you say light in Elvish.
Look at those jammies. Oh, yeah.
Hey, David.
You want candy? Come here.
Does any of the clerics or anybody have any light spells?
Anarion, your pendant gave off light when you walked
Yeah.
you activated it.
Are you ready for night night?
Perhaps,
Baby.
I also have a cantrip. I also have a cantrip that's called light. Maybe I'll just get
Try
closer
that.
right now.
Try both of them.
Let's.
What does it say again?
May the light be with you and guide you.
Okay. I open it from the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, you go around the back side,
Yeah.
swing it open,
Can you
and all
see
your
yourself?
friends are standing there.
hi, buddy.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a torch in my hand, and I put the light
Hello,
in
world.
through the door
Through
first.
the door. Okay, they're just standing at you, watching you put a torch through the door.
Valley never done.
I walk up to the door. And I see if anything on my person does anything different. Specifically my amulet.
Okay, nothing is glowing or giving off any kind of essence.
Okay. And then my cantrip.
Let me look and see how this works.
See you in the morning.
Night night, everyone. No screaming, please.
Yeah.
So I actually have a cantrip that's called light.
Ah,
Yeah.
You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. I don't know how big this door is.
Try and
It's a
read
normal
light.
humanoid side door.
Okay.
Also,
It's like
that
7 feet tall.
that's a like a thing, right? To light.
Yeah, there's a like a fire basin.
I wonder if you need to light that up.
it's already lit.
It's
Right,
lit.
but-
All of them are
Fire,
lit.
but not with magic.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So
Do
I will.
we-
It's a cantrip, so let me try. What were you gonna say?
Oh, do we like look around the walls? Have we investigated the room, the floor tiles,
I think
Yeah.
I think try and
walls,
cast your light thing first.
braziers?
Let me try my thing, and then I'm thinking that it could be yes, a like riddle of let the light guide you. Where if there's other light in the room, it could be guiding us where we need to go. Was
That's
my
what
thought.
I'm thinking.
So the first thing I do is I use the cantrip light and I touch the door and I light it up and I see if that activates or does anything.
Okay.
And it's blue, by the way, the color.
Okay,
of my
so you
light.
go up and touch the door, and this blue essence comes off
Okay.
from where your hand is and just dissipates. Nothing really happens.
Okay. I do the same thing to that weird black
Basin.
blob
The
there.
basin.
Yeah.
Again, you go up and touch the basin, and blue essence kind of goes around it and flows down.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
You were
Still
talking.
fire.
You were
Okay.
talking about the shadows.
Mhm.
They don't look weird. The shadows.
Not to me
They
because
follow-
I rolled not to me because I
That's
rolled
all I
him.
got.
They follow natural law.
Oh.
So everybody's walking around. All of the sconces are lit, and there's shadows dancing everywhere.
Do we
Who's
notice
got
anything?
trying to
Do we
get
notice
started.
anything like written on the brazier in the middle and itself with the sconces? Are there any
Roll
glyphs?
investigation.
Alright, as I walk around, just squint at these
I want
things.
to go. I want to go to this one, and
10.
I'm going. I want to investigate that one.
What were you looking for?
Just seeing if there's any scribbles or markings on the sconces or the brazier itself in the middle of the room.
What's my
I would like to help
Roll
him with that.
Yeah, I want
I'm
to.
gonna
I want
help
to check
him.
that one.
What is he doing?
Well, he already rolled it, so
See if there's any
and you're
writing.
not helping.
All the
You're
lanterns.
plus one. That you should help.
I am helping.
I rolled
somebody
a
else
4.
already
I
Plus.
don't.
Only 2 people can do.
Stop it.
No, 4. That total.
Okay. Alright,
Some of
so
us are very
you
smart.
didn't
so.
see any inscriptions or any wording, any writing, any etching. You did notice that the ones on the corners don't seem like they've been used in a long time, but the middle one seems like it's been used.
Maybe we don't need all of these lit.
Just have it
Maybe we
lit.
just need the center one lit.
Maybe.
Can we put out the ones in the corners?
I guess
Try
I
it.
hear you ask that. And
I'm gonna douse one of them.
Yeah, I'll douse the other one. So.
I'll douse the one in front of me.
Yeah.
If that's what
As you
everyone's
guys
saying.
are dousing, your guys' all the varying bouncing shadows kind of like disappear as you're bouncing them, and finally, are you guys standing in front?
Yeah, I'm in front of the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
yeah.
fire is lit.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm
Your
here now, so I
shadows
did
and
my
the
spells.
shadow of the door are all that is being projected
I-
Against this, like this wall.
against the back wall.
Okay, I try opening the
Other
door
than
again.
that, there's no light.
I'll try opening the door again.
You open the door, again, nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over here to where the shadow is on the wall and like, what, is there anything here?
There's a
No,
shadow on the
just
wall.
a shadow.
I'm gonna open the door and just walk through it.
Okay, go ahead and walk through. Nothing happens. You just walk through and see her.
I go and I touch the shadow on the wall.
As you go to touch the shadow on the wall, your arm goes through the wall.
Yeah,
So-
nice barbarian.
Nice.
I'm gonna go through it, the shadow.
Okay. As
Okay.
you go through it, it seems like just a normal wall with a shadow, and as you step through the shadow, you again come into a what
Then he
seems
was open.
more.
Yeah.
It's almost like a for lack of better terms, a hoarder's hut. Again, it's almost like a copy of the hut previous, but now there's furniture, there's doodads and bobs and all this stuff are crowding around.
Dibs on the doodads.
So we notice that they go through the wall.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna follow
Yeah, we all
then.
follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little halfling disappears through.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
One,
Hello?
She is so
three,
stealthy.
four.
Yeah. Wait, there's 5 of us now.
So I call out in the hut and I say, hello? Is there anybody here?
You wait a moment.
Anybody here?
The music is
We
perfect.
came through your door.
And
Multiple of your
you
doors.
see this like affirmation come. No.
We found her.
How do you, who are you?
Hi, I'm Val.
I am your conscience.
We just went through that town and killed off all of those, I don't even know what they are, wolf thingies, and saw that your hut was down this way, and then we kind of went inside, and it was a little too curious, and we looked around, and then now we're here.
Yes, you're definitely here. You say you came from Cornyberry.
Yeah.
We noticed that the orcs that were residing there labeled you as a witch, so I couldn't imagine you were friendly with them, which we figured was a good sign.
She kind of giggles, and you're kind of seeing this apparition of like a sweet old short lady. She's got like old clothes, not really finely dressed.
You said, so she's just like a vision, not doesn't look like she's actually.
She's not what's the word, corporeal or
She's not tangible.
So it's Yoda.
tangible.
It's
yeah.
a Force Ghost.
Yeah, it's Force Yoda. Yeah. She's just kind of like walking around, looking at her stuff and talking with you guys, not indirectly, but also not directly.
Where are you?
Where am I? I'm not here. I haven't been here in a long time.
Are you alive?
No, my dear.
No.
Oh, good answer.
Are
I
you,
passed a long time ago.
how are you here?
Are we alive?
Magic.
Yeah, we're
He's like touching himself.
Is
Like,
real life?
am I?
I'm gonna slap him. Did you feel it?
1 point of damage.
I've remained here for a while to be helped and pass on wisdom. Who are you? How did you come to Cornyberry?
That's a long story.
That is a long story.
Let's start at the beginning.
Montage.
And then we found your hut.
We heard rumors of orcs, you know, pillaging nearby villages. So we were coming to alleviate their.
The orcs, she kind of chuckles again. They've been trying to get in here for a long time.
They're not as
Creatures.
smart as we are.
They're not too great.
No. They seek wisdom, but they have no wisdom to seek wisdom.
Nice. What kind of wisdom would you be trying to impart to people?
For those that are worthy, depending on how they enter and how they treat me, I offer one answer to one question.
Damn it. Okay, so we're not asking you a
What
question.
did I have for breakfast?
What's in my pocket?
Wait, how did she word it in the show? The question.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that only works if she knows everything.
Darn it.
To one question.
We're allowed one question. Okay.
Please come enjoy tea.
Each?
Huh? No.
Just one.
Okay, so whatever you say, don't say it in a question.
She's kind of like
format.
just shuffling around, acting like she's taking care of her place, but you can tell there's dust on everything, and she's not really doing anything.
Physically touching them.
She's just going through the motions
Yeah.
of what she remembers.
You have tea.
Yes, please come.
That's a question.
And you look over,
There's a
the
statement?
cups are dusty,
Yeah,
there's a
everything
statement.
is dusty.
Okay, so is there like a basin or anything that I can wash
Yeah,
the
it's
stuff in?
so this is what used to be her home.
Okay, so I start washing the tea stuff,
Mhm.
and I like dust off the tea, and I try to like light a fire,
Okay.
and I light a fire.
Do make a survival check.
We're worried that if we ask you things, that will be considered the question that you were answering, and we don't want to do that.
Well, we've already
Yeah,
asked her
they're
a question
trying to-
online,
Okay.
and it seems to be okay.
Hey, can somebody light this? I'm having issues here.
When you're ready to ask me the question, you can verify that that's.
We'll verify that that's the question. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Anybody have better survival than me? Because I can't.
Uh,
I have
know.
amazing
I've
survival.
got. So I just did. 17.
Okay. So you light the
So
fire.
I light the fire.
Okay. All right. So I start cooking some water, boiling some water, so make tea.
Good water.
Okay.
Love it.
She
That's
kinda
how I
like-
make water.
She kind of like floats over. Oh, it smells so good.
You can smell.
Nah. She's just confused. Look at her. Yeah, it smells wonderful. And she just kind of goes off to something else.
So when you say that you can answer a question for us, is that? Do you know the answers to anything?
I know the answers to most.
Is this somewhere that you would like to be, or can we release you from this place?
This is my home for now. Until I am released.
So this is by choice then.
This
You're not.
is by choice, indeed.
Okay.
You're not imprisoned.
You say that you'll. What was it that you will give us guidance for those who are worthy? How do we prove our worthiness to you?
You've already proved your worthiness.
Hooray!
That would be me.
I put my arm through it.
She looks over at you like raising your hand, giving you props in the back.
As you hide the candy
I whip my
canes.
head back.
The lighter fluid in the
Hide it.
Oh my god. Okay, here's some tea. So I got like pouring everybody some tea, and I'm just sitting there like looking at this thing. Maybe like I take like a little tiny pebble from the ground and just like kind of check it through her feet. Just like looking at it.
So she kind of like ruffles her dress, and there's a chair beside her, and she goes to look like she's gonna sit down, but then sits about 2 feet from the chair, like like a ghost would sit on the chair, but not on the chair.
That's great.
Oh my god.
So great.
So as we sit down for tea, we're all, just kind of sitting around.
Yeah. Maybe we should try to do it. I don't know. Yeah. Never mind.
I'm not drinking the tea yet, but we all sit down,
Settle down.
asking the door in the last chamber.
Yeah. What's that about?
Where does it lead?
It leads here, of course.
Well, we didn't go through the door to get here.
But you did.
But we didn't.
We went through its shadow.
Exactly.
I'm confused.
I don't understand.
I've lived like 300 years. I don't understand.
It's simple. It's simple magic.
Does that
Anyone can walk through a door, but who can think about walking through a shadow to get through the door?
Does that
Apparently I'm a barbarian.
oh big fella? Does that doorway lead to anywhere else?
No, that's just
Hulk
magic.
smash.
It keeps all the riffraff out.
So it's just a clever distraction then.
I had a feeling once we went through the wall, but I was hoping.
Maybe it's, yeah. This is a nice hollow you have.
So
How about that weather?
Moment of silence.
How long has it been since somebody's visited you?
Oh, quite a few years. Coneybury's been abandoned for a long time. There's been a few tried to come seek me. 1 or 2 that have been wise enough to find their way. Most are not.
what happened to the town?
The town was raided many years ago
By who?
by orcs during the Great Raids.
Did the people that were here before stay very long with you?
Stay very long? No, they were all killed in the Great Raids.
I think she means the people that
Visited you, the few
Oh,
that
that
were able to
visited?
get through, yeah.
Most people come seeking, most that come seeking on a pilgrimage for wisdom. So they're welcome to stay a short while. Most have other things that they seek to do after.
What did they ask you?
Well, that's not a question to answer.
That's what I was thinking.
We were looking up the hill, and there seems to be a building up there. Is that part of Coneybury, or?
No, that's why we're told.
Oh, that's why we're told.
What can you tell us about Wyvern Tor? Do you know anything about that?
I do.
What can you tell us about it?
I know it used to be an old manor many years ago. A nice family. Knew them.
So they're not around anymore.
This was many years ago. Hundreds.
Do you know if Wyvern Tor is currently occupied by orcs?
I suspect so. I mean, Coneybury is occupied, so I would think that somewhere close might be.
He has a thing with orcs.
I don't like them.
I can tell. I don't either. Foul creatures.
Why is it called Wyvern Tor? It's an interesting name. Like, is it named after actual wyverns? Did there used to be some of those creatures around? Sure.
It seems to me you guys are beating around the bush to ask a question.
I don't know what to ask yet. do we have a question?
What dangers are we gonna face in Wyvern Tor?
Well, but it doesn't really matter, because, like, how much is that going to help us?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Wave Echo Cave?
That
Is
could
your
help us.
question?
No.
No.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah,
That's-
no.
Yeah, what about
Does
that?
you know anything about Wave Echo Cave? Well,
Didn't-
in order to ask my question, I don't want to waste it on something that you don't
I
know about.
did, but I've kind of abandoned hope on that.
Maybe we should ask what the most important
Yeah.
question is.
But then we wouldn't get the answer to that
42!
question.
That's the answer to the life,
know.
life and everything.
I'm just worried he'll say 42.
She chuckles and says, then what is the most important question to you?
Husband soup.
Whoa, whoa. My Regina's showing.
Where is he?
Where is he? Who do I make it for?
Where do I move to find this person?
Alright, I have a crazy
Sorry,
idea.
inside joke.
We ask for the best
Oceans will not.
pie recipe. We open a pie shop. We make
It
pies.
makes so much money.
Just leave all of this behind and make pie.
Suddenly the heroes of Randall
Just tell us
disappear.
what
Another.
My question is, what's the answer to our question?
Which question?
No, that is
The
question.
That is the question. What's the answer to our question?
The problem is the DM is playing his character.
The answer to your question is an answer.
That's not very specific.
Well, that's not a very specific question.
You're not wrong.
I can play this game for 100,000
Who,
years.
what, where,
Much longer than
when,
I can.
and why.
I don't do few riddles.
For dinner? Let me look through this.
I would like to ask about Wave Echo Cave, but before we waste a question on that, if you don't know about it, I don't want to ask about it. Do you know anything about Wave Echo Cave?
I know a great deal about a great deal.
Is that
Son
yes?
of a.
Should we ask
Just
about
ask.
Lilith?
Ask the question.
About who?
Lilith,
Who's Lola?
the
Oh,
spider.
Wolf.
Wolf. Well, I thought it was her name was Lilith.
No,
it's
it's a
Wolf.
wall.
Wolf?
No, that's not gonna help us.
That's-
No?
Andrew kept, or not Andrew, Aaron kept pronouncing it Lawless.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I got it.
That's, yeah, that's why he
But
was
Cyrus has actually listened to the books.
It's
It's
love.
Lolth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Wolf.
Wolf.
That's better thing. We
She's
should
a
ask.
bitch.
We should ask about Wave Echo Cave, but we should figure out how to phrase the question to actually help us.
I don't even know what to ask about Wave Echo Cave.
I know.
There's so much pressure in this
pressure in this
situation.
situation.
We
So
could
just-
ask where it is,
Well.
because technically we still don't really
I
exactly
feel like
know.
we should ask more about inside it and what advantage we would have in what ways. More, but again, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it correctly.
Is there a quest that we need to? Should we ask if there is a quest that would benefit us to take before we
Maybe.
go to Wave Echo Cave?
Maybe.
Should we ask how to survive Wave Echo Cave?
Ooh, that's
That would be
closer.
kind of
Teamwork.
broadly encompassing.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
That's how we survive.
Yeah.
If you say
Yeah,
teamwork,
she says
I'm
something stupid
quitting.
like that. I call a re-question.
That's why I answered that one for you.
Knock the door
She
over.
points to one of those posters on the wall.
Cat hanging
Inspirational
there.
poster.
Yeah. Try as hard as you can.
I'm liking you far less right now.
If at first you don't succeed.
Yeah.
Try. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all I
I'm
got.
okay with any of those questions.
Try, fly, or die.
Because I don't have anything else that.
God's got the rest.
Yeah. Try your best. Let God make up the rest.
Screw that.
Yeah.
Sorry, apparently
I
we
know.
learned last night. Well, I don't know, John, you were there for that?
Yeah.
That part? We learned last night that's a very
That's one of the
Mormon
Mormon sayings.
saying.
Anyways.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll explain later.
Wolf's in there, but try your best and God will make up the rest. Yeah. Anyway.
Which indicates that works to salvation kind of thing. But anyway, that's beside the point.
What weighs heavy on your heart? What would you desire to know? the most?
So, I've got this whole problem with finding a husband.
Right here.
Oh!
I'm single.
You're a mountain dwarf. Nobody.
You
I
are
was gonna say
welcome.
nobody wants you, but I mean, the mother might.
She's giggling. I do miss good banter.
Hill trolls for the win. Here to hill trolls.
I sit from the,
I don't
finally,
know.
decide to just go ahead and, start sipping this tea, if it matters. But I ask, several weeks ago, saw a vision of destruction, of death, as I touched the stone in Helm's temple. When I let go, I had this, and I just hold out my arm, my gauntlet, throw it on the table, and it's like, what can you tell us about this?
Is this your question?
As good as any.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Nothing to do with
And
Wave
what's-
Echo Cave.
Yeah, we don't know.
And to tag on to that, how does it result or relate to yours?
Follow up question.
I
Yeah.
have one question.
Follow
It's the
up.
same question.
Same
one
question.
sentence.
Same, yeah.
We'll get
We'll
that.
go
Yeah,
with
that's.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, semi-
Gauntlet and how
Why
to
was this given to me?
connect to my vision.
Okay. She kind of leans forward, kind of goes over to you, puts her hand on it. This is beautiful. This was a gift given to you by Helm. He sees great strength in you, strength to protect your friends, help in the cause to balance the unbalanced recently. You obviously know of the unbalance I speak of lately. It has been given to you so that you can help in that cause. It seems there are still more gifts to be given out to them.
Infinity stones.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like she's a genie right now.
And Ariane, let me see your stone. Or let me Emma.
I don't think so. Well, okay, why not?
Thank you. So I see if I just hold the rock, over one of those empty chambers on it. Does it anything happen?
Do anything.
Give it back. Give it back.
Nope, no. Worth a shot.
Yeah.
Worth a shot. Okay.
She chuckles at this attempt and she says, "He will give them to you."
He.
That certainly simplifies things.
Who's he? I thought your god was a female.
Hell no.
No.
Yours is.
Mine is that. Never mind.
Who dat?
Who
You
did?
got-
Can
you
I
got
ask
me. Who
just
dis?
a side
New
question?
phone, who
It's
dis?
really easy and quick.
Okay, so the halfling like right up to her.
I really want to meet Timora, the goddess of luck.
I like
And I have
nudge up
this-
against you. Do it. Don't do
Right up to the other side.
it. But if you're going to, I'm right here.
You don't have to answer my question, but I'd like to know if I could meet her sometime.
I'm sure you can. You can do whatever your heart desires. Seek her and you will find her.
Okay. All right, I'll just keep seeking.
Did we actually get any useful
You're not
We
information?
haven't got any
Nope.
clues or anything either.
Nope.
I don't know what else to
That was not useful whatsoever. For anybody.
Guys are douchebags.
If I had asked you the question about my dream, would you have had an answer for me? That was
What
helpful.
question about your dream?
For sure. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, nothing came about your dream.
Where it was and who the
Yes.
people were that were suffering.
Who was
Ooh.
inflicting the suffering?
Yeah, who was inflicting the
Interesting.
suffering. Would you have been able to answer that for me?
I would have been able to.
Burned it. Fine.
Seems how we did use our question is, and I don't feel like we've gotten any
Quick, make it
useful information that we could use.
Time travel.
Is there any way you can expand upon that? What you told us?
Expand upon his question.
Yes, your answer to it is less than helpful to us. Not to be rude, but
Not
I don't
really
know what
at
to
all.
make with it.
I know you seek wisdom. His gift is from his deity, a piece of armor that is of great value, only given to those deemed worthy. Very few, if not but one or two, have been given such gifts. This is a very valuable omen of chosenness.
We kind of figured that,
I
but
wonder if there's some way to like call the deities
Chose-
down and like force more information out of them.
this is armor. I assume to protect against something specific. Can you tell us about what's coming?
Protects against many things.
Again, I know,
Stabby stab stab.
but
like the thing, no?
do you have any? Is there any one particular danger that we will be facing that he is preparing Falco for?
That's a whole nother question.
I'm asking for expanding on your answer because none of it has been useful.
Well, you know you should be protecting against orcs.
Yes,
Obvious.
correct.
There are several stones left, it seems to be on that. Perhaps when you gather those stones, you'll have more answers.
Oy vey.
I set the cup of tea down.
I'm out of here.
I'm done.
This
Thank
is
you,
not
lady.
helpful.
We
Our lighter house on fire.
thank you for your time.
Thank
We
you
have
for your time.
we have more investigating to do up the hill or down south at the Wyvern Tor. So
As we leave, is there anything that you would like done since you
Stupid fucking
can't
ghost.
really leave here?
I have everything I need. I was just thankful for the company.
Okay.
would you permit us to return if we ever needed a respite? Your place has that homey, safety sanctuary feel about it.
Saviors of Vandaln are always welcome here.
You know about that.
I know many things about many things.
Useless.
Yeah. Okay. Just because sometimes I'm too sleepy to remember. Did we actually ask her like who she was and who she was when she was like alive and stuff? Did we
No.
We
go
did
in?
not.
So the pretty little elf lady steps up and goes, "One more thing before we go.
You're a pretty elf.
I am I'm pretty." In my head, that's secretly.
She's an ugly dwarf.
I secretly want to be a pretty elf. Yeah, my first character was a very gorgeous elf.
I identify as a pretty elf.
I identify as like 2 feet taller.
How dare you take that
For
away
a
from
dwarf,
me?
I'm gorgeous. I pretend I'm an elf. No. Okay. So I kind of step up and not brazenly, like sometimes I'm a little too boisterous, but I try to be humble about it. And I was like, you know, Milady, obviously you have great wisdom and you've answered many questions, including our one question. But I was just wondering, who exactly were you when you were alive? You obviously know so many things. Who were you and what gives you such knowledge?
She kind of stands up from her invisible seat position, and I kid you not, this was part of the story before anything. She changes, kind of melts away into a beautiful elven woman.
Ah, it's like I knew.
Makes sense since her door was elvish.
She comes over to you and kind of like runs her fingers under your chin and says, "My name was Agatha.
Bad touch.
How did you die?
I was killed many years ago in the War of Magic.
By who? Do you know?
Other evil mages. Yeah.
Can we get them?
Are they still alive, or at least operating?
Not that I know.
But they may be coming back.
Although this is one of the few areas that are shrouded to me.
They may be coming back.
Did they specialize in necromancy by any chance?
I'm sure they had a few that did.
Is there anything we can do for you now?
Enjoy my company.
That we do.
I sit there and I'm like drinking the tea and I'm like, this is good tea.
Did we ever have
Little
named-
dust floating around.
Yeah. There's like little
As you
beads.
pop, and it's like pop out dust.
If we ever have names of you, would there be any way that we could call upon you and say, like, if we end up fighting some of your old acquaintances on the battlefield? I have a suspicion that they may be making an attempt to regain influence in this realm.
It seems you all have your own deities, and it seems that they would be the ones you would want to call upon. I am no deity.
Any tokens that can help us? Preferably something shiny?
I have plenty of tokens around here, and she kind of like all the dusty little baubles and things around here.
Disappointed!
Give us a phone so they can't see us? I mean, wrong book.
Cup the Carpenter. Cup the Carpenter. What is it?
I just pocket a simple one.
Sign up.
I'm kidding, I don't.
Okay.
Uh,
She turns on fire. What do you guys do?
put that back.
I guess we should probably be going.
So yeah, let's thank you for your company. Let's head out. Then we may return after we've investigated Wyvern Tower.
Thank you. I look forward to further wisdom conversations with you.
As I'm walking out the door, I'm gonna call over my shoulder. I'll spill some orc blood for you. And then I'm just gonna go out.
You just hear like the echoing of a lady giggle. And that's where we'll take a break.
Sweet.
One thing before we leave. I'm gonna let all of them go, and I'm gonna be the last one in our room. I'm gonna give her a little curtsy. I'm gonna say, "You're very beautiful in both your forms." I'm gonna pull out a pretty little stone that I picked up along the way that's in my
Aw.
bag, and I'm gonna leave a stone for her. It's
Aw.
like really pretty and like sparkly. It's whatever those stones are. Like it's not anything special. Just I'll leave her a pretty stone.
She puts one foot in front of the other as a elvish curtsy and says, "You are very beautiful in your own form." And that's where we'll take a break.
Aww.
Alright.
Dude,
Now,
awesome, guys.
now I have to remove a stone from my inventory because I had 3.